You're watching ChillyBoy Productions. I'm Larry ChillyBoy Chilson, and this is my review for Ponyboi. Now, before we get into this review, make sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so that you can chill with me on each and every one of my latest videos. Ponyboi is a 2024 thriller that is debuting at Sundance 2024. And while unfortunately I am not in person in Salt Lake for Sundance 2024, Ponyboi was one of the films I was most looking forward to at the festival, and it was part of their online catalog. So I swooped up my ticket and was able to view the film from here in Denver, Colorado. Ponyboi is a 2024 thriller from director Esteban Arango, unfolding over the course of Valentine's Day in New Jersey. A young intersex sex worker must run from the mob after a drug deal goes sideways, forcing them to confront their past. The film is written by River Gallo, who also wrote and created the 2019 short film by the same name, which this film is based on. In addition to River Gallo, who does play Ponyboi, the film also stars Dylan O'Brien, Murray Bartlett, and Victoria Pedretti. So you all already know the deal when it comes to queer cinema. Automatically, my interest gets peaked when it comes to our subgenre of representation within film. No matter the genre it is, if it's gay, I'm saying hey, okay? And then when I heard it starred Dylan O'Brien, who I love, yeah, I knew I had to check out Ponyboi. Come hell or high water, y'all. I was determined to check this one out. So I was so happy it was playing through the online program, and I'm so happy to report that this was a really strong film. So let's go ahead and talk about the positives first. Well, I have to give the biggest positive to River Gallo across the board in all facets that they played in getting this film created, as well as their acting on screen. The screenplay itself is really authentic. It plays by a lot of the tropes you come to know in this kind of thriller, seedy, drug lord infused thriller. But it injects so much of River's own identity into the screenplay. It injects so much of River's own experience and their lived past and knowledge into the character of Ponyboi, into the entire screenplay at large. That everything comes off so authentic and it gives it this real heartfelt grounding to what is happening on screen, because obviously some of it gets, over the top and we get into some big violent antics. But at the core of it all is the heartbeat of the character, Ponyboi, that keeps you grounded in what's happening. And in many ways, it serves as an educational gateway. It never really tries to teach you about intersex people or what that means or what that is, but it provides this nice opening for you to learn and educate yourself further that I found really refreshing. In a time that we're exploring all colors of the queer rainbow, intersex is still one we're not really touching at all. And to get a film really delve into that experience without making it only about said experience was really quite refreshing and well handled. But I can't get out of this without talking about River on screen, because Gallo kills it in this film. Pretty much the entire film relies on the performance for Ponyboi, and River Gallo delivers. It's a really stunning performance that once again draws on River's entire background, including being El Salvadorian, but they're able to channel that into something truly authentic and not only sympathetic, but empathetic for the audience. Also, huge kudos to Dylan O'Brien, who is amazing in this film, just so dreamy, as always, even as he is like a wretched human being. But this character easily could just be some rabid caricature that you laugh at and think is a joke. But Brian is able to ground his own character here as well and provide somebody who is really charismatic. You can understand the appeal to him, but also is really terrible and you are fearful of, even if you're like, wow, this guy's a freaking fool. It's a great performance. He's fully committed to it. And he was able to create an actual human in what could have been an over the top, ridiculous character. And I'd say all of our supporting performances are really strong for what they need. Nobody else really shines through as much as our two main characters here, but everybody else brings something. Murray Bartlett is this wonderfully charming, calming presence. All of the friends, all of the mobsters, everybody delivers just what they need. And while all of the fun thriller aspects are there, and they deliver on exactly what they need to deliver, and once again, unfortunately, all too relatable in setting, it's those quiet moments that really pack the most punch. There's this moment where Ponyboy speaks to a former colleague in a club that is absolutely stunning. It was really a gut punch of a scene. The ending is a huge gut punch, and it's all just handled so well. So then, what doesn't work so well when it comes to Ponyboy? Well, I did mention that it plays by the tropes of this kind of seedy thriller that we've seen many times before. So everything outside of identity and that intersex discussion that's brought to the table does play by the rule book more or less for what you're expecting from like a grungy looking Sundance movie. And it is pretty grungy looking, pretty seedy, which obviously fits the tone of the film, but it lacks a certain polished edge to it. And that goes for the editing as well. I think the editing lacks just a little bit of polish. And when it comes to the overall screenplay, I think a tad more focus would have really made this sing. I mentioned Murray Bartlett in the positives as an actor, but I think his sequences could have been woven into the story just a tad bit cleaner. I do like what they did with the character, particularly through the lighting. I know I'm talking about, CD cinematography, but the cinematography actually shines in the fact that it does a lot of visual storytelling without having to hold the audience's hand. But I think maybe through editing and a bit through the screenplay, we could have more seamlessly worked that aspect of the film into the rest. We also have a lot going on with just kind of like characters by and large, like all of our side characters. When it's not focused in on Ponyboy specifically, I think that it feels pretty generic overall, even with some committed performances and some entertaining bits. All of the side stuff is pretty standard. So overall, I enjoyed Ponyboy quite a bit. I think we could have maybe got a little bit more sexy with Dylan O'Brien. I'll say that as a fan of his. But it's such a daring performance by and large, with a daring subject matter brought to the forefront that allows you as an audience member, certainly in my own case, to feel accepted in this space, to feel seen in this space. Even if I have not led the same life as Ponyboy or River Gaio, the script does a really nice job of just letting you know that wherever you are, it's okay. So if you're into these kind of seedy thrillers, and if you're looking for a film that gives great representation while also delivering a fun thriller that also serves as a pretty life-affirming experience, I definitely recommend seeking out Ponyboy. Hopefully we hear sometime very soon that this film has been picked up by someone, anyone, distributor, Neon. I think this might fit beautifully amongst your catalog, I'll just say it. But I hope we hear about distribution very shortly, and the audiences that didn't have an opportunity to see this at Sundance where it premiered will get that opportunity soon. So that was my review for Ponyboy. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so that you are always up to date on all of my latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Had you heard of Ponyboy? Were you at Sundance and also got the chance to check it out? Let me know all of your thoughts, either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!